back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Aljamain Sterling has posted to Twitter and let everybody know that he is alive after being knocked out by that brutal knee at the hands or at the knees of Marlon Moraes at UFC Fresno. It was a hell of a knee, man. I'm sure everybody knows about it by now. Over the weekend, Aljamain Sterling was shooting for a takedown as Marlon Moraes was throwing a kick, and his knee happened to land right on Aljamain Sterling's temple, and Aljamain Sterling went out dabbing on the way down, some people say. I haven't seen the clip, but they're like, yo, have you seen Aljamain Sterling dabbing on the way down? MMA Fighting says that this is one of the instant knockout of the year contenders. I've got to say, man, I disagree. I mean, it might be one, like if there was 5 contenders, you could maybe say this one was on there, but this one wasn't so much of the knockout, like a skillful knockout, as much just like a scary knockout. Like the story of this knockout was Aljamain Sterling being like out for 3. It wasn't like, oh, look at that beautifully timed knee. Even Marlon Moraes afterwards said, yo, I was going to throw a kick. I didn't even intend on throwing a knee, but it just so happened Aljamain Sterling was shooting for a takedown, and that's what happened. If you want to talk about knockout of the year contender, you kind of got to, how do you even think past Francis Ngannou, Alistair Overeem? Like, I literally can't think of any other knockouts right now. Like, when you just think Alistair Overeem, Francis Ngannou, your mind freezes. That's knockout of the year, shoe in. Can't think of any close seconds. Marlon Moraes, Aljamain Sterling doesn't really, to me, fit that category, but hey, it is what it is. It was a brutal knockout. It was like a one-shot knockout. But to me, the reason this is news to me is just because I woke up today thinking, damn, I hope my boy Aljamain's okay. I mean, after he was knocked out, the last we saw, he was unconscious. He never made it back to his feet before they got carried out of the ring. We didn't see him walking out of the ring himself. So it was just dope to see he's still alive this morning, man. My thoughts and prayers, our thoughts and prayers worked. Aljamain Sterling's soul got took out of it. It really reminded me, it was just too soon for jokes last night, but really what it reminded me of, was Friday. Like, damn, you got knocked the fuck out. Like, that's what it reminded me of, and it sucked because I really thought Aljamain Sterling was going to win that fight. I predicted him to win that fight. I feel like he had I don't want to say a higher ceiling. I just really think he was coming into his game, man. Aljamain Sterling could have been 16-0 coming into this fight, or at least 15-1. His 2 losses were both split decisions, and one of those you could easily say Aljamain won. So Aljamain is still a very exciting bantamweight prospect. It's always awkward after a scary knockout like that. You always got eyes on you to see how you're going to recover. Kind of like, Rory McDonald after he fought fucking Robbie Lawler. It was like, yo, even though it wasn't like a one-punch knockout like that, whenever you get kind of brutalized, people are like, yo, are you gonna look the same after that? You gotta wonder, is he gonna be skeptical to shoot for takedowns, or is he gonna be hesitant in his fights? Who knows? I mean, very brutal knockout. Essentially, all I gotta say is it's good to see that this brother is still alive and kicking, because we didn't know what was happening after that fight. With that being said, it is what it is. Shout out Marlon Moraes for the big win. Congratulations to him. He's looking like a very exciting bantamweight prospect coming from World Series of Fighting. I believe he's won 14 of his last 15 fights. Aljamain Sterling is one of those. Aljamain Sterling fights out of the Ray Long. It wasn't a great night for Ray Longo's camp. They also had that Merab Davashvili guy fighting. Merab lost a split decision. Aljamain Sterling lost this knockout loss, so it wasn't the best night for that camp, but it is what it is. Still a big fan of Matt Serra with all that being said, and actually I'm looking forward to Aljamain Sterling's future as a bantamweight. I really think he's one of the best bantamweights out there right now. Just didn't go his way last night. Badly timed. He said he felt like it was like the perfect time to shoot for a takedown, but it just so happened that Marlon Moraes was throwing that kick, so sucks to see that happen, especially in that fashion. Even Marlon Moraes said after the fight, yo, I mean, I want to win the fight, but I never want to see my opponents hurt like that. So yeah, that should say something. With that being said, it is what it is. Aljamain Sterling's alive. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.